bring in a coach that could pretty much help out with the offense as well. Kind of change the whole coaching staff of Carolina. You have to, if you realize it going forward, that you've got to get help for Bryce Young. You've got a promising, I'll say a promising wide receiver that Mingo's pretty decent coming along in his own outright. But other than that, Adam Thielen, that's your best wide receiver. He's an old middle aged kind of guy in the league. Probably, then you got DJ Shark, injuries. Hayden Hurts is out. Need another tight end. Just, Carolina's got to really dissect all around. Free agency is a big thing. They got a lot of money, it looks like, too. So free agency is where they really need to bomb. I mean, really just need to hit the ground running hard. That's what they really need to do. Because you're kind of stuck with Bryce Young. And you're going to be stuck with him for quite some time now. And really, it's kind of like the Zach Wilson is to the Jets, where you're just going to have to just kind of deal with it until something comes along and it's something better. That's really what you're going to have to do if you're pretty much a part of the Panthers organization. You're just going to have to suck it up, just deal with it, and just do the best of your abilities at just enjoying the fact that that's going to be your team for the next 2 years. Kind of the core guys are going to be that. However, I will state this. Like I said, Dan Quinn, I think, is the perfect man for the job. Steve Spagnuolo is another good guy for the job as well, too. I really like the fact that you guys got rid of Frank Wright right now. And for Frank Wright, I feel sorry for him. He's the first head coach I've ever seen to get fired back-to-back seasons. That's no. I just think that it's best that Carolina really homes in on their defense. If you guys can remember that 2015, 2016 season where they went 15-1, home by the defense, man. And they just, have a simple offense. I think that's the best thing to do. Bryce Young, it's a lot for him. So just help out Bryce Young, man. Get him some offensive linemen. I know he's short, but get him some old linemen. That's what they got to do. All right. Again with the Carolina Panthers. Quite frankly, they fired Frank Wright today, which is amazing. I'm so glad they got rid of Frank Wright. But the problems are way deeper than that. There's so many things that they could be working on that they need to work on, to be honest with you. And just right now, just because you fired your quarterback coach / head coach who really shouldn't have got the job. I think Steve Wilks should have got the job. That's just me. That's just my thought process. Carolina did finish pretty strong when he was there. At the end, it was a halfway season, but still, hometown hero, hometown guy. Why not go with him? But I mean, if you've watched the Panthers play, Bryce Young is running for his life. Bryce Young is also a normal American citizen, aka in short, he is a what do you call it? A regular sized man playing quarterback in the NFL, which means he's gonna have some issues. And Carolina has, well, one, they missed out on the right quarterback. They missed out on Stroud and Anthony Richardson. They missed out on Will Levis. So that's that. Sam Darnold project, I don't know what that was. Will Grier. The list continues of quarterback problems that they've had and the quarterbacks they've missed on. But for some strange reason, there is a bright side to all of this as you're a Panthers fan. You do get, well, really there's no bright side when I think about it. You guys have a really great defense and they're young, and I think you're wasting their prime trying to find the right tools on offense. You get rid of DJ Moore, and he's over there. He's I'm not going to say he's flourishing, but he's doing a lot better in Chicago than he was in, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, same thing. Goes to San Fran. And the capital that you got from San Fran, I'm thinking, okay, cool, they're going to use it and execute it. No, the Bears just capitalized off of that. So here's my problem, is that if you're Carolina, you got to address the offensive needs. That's center, tackle, guard, the whole line. You got to address that right away. And I understand you're not going to be pivotal right away. This is going to be a 3-year project for Carolina. You have no draft capital for the next year, and you're picking in the second round for 2024's draft, which is, I don't even know how to start. You're just going to have to make it work with Bryce Young. And I hate to say this, by the time that Bryce Young probably understands what's going on in the league and gets somewhat good and decent at it, it's going to be over. He's probably going to be messed up. He's going to be pretty jacked up by the time it's all said and done. So the real big picture is here. If you're Carolina, you need to get rid of probably your best player and just get draft capital right away if you're going to try to win. I understand that the owner's mad. I understand that, quite frankly, to be real with you, I get it. Carolina has not played good football, but this goes back to the Cam Newton days where it's just poor management for not even helping out Cam Newton. This is poor management, not even helping out Will Grier, Sam Darnold. Shoot, you can throw PJ Walker in there. He actually did decent. You know what I mean? So it's just one of those things where if you're a coach and this is a head coaching job that you want to have, you have to think twice about this decision before you make it, because this is where you're automatic. If you get this job, you're automatically on the hot seat. So it's really not fair to the person that gets the job next. This is a person that's gonna have to have some thick skin, because tough skin, because boy, the league is coming for you. And it's just it is a lot. It is a lot. So just oh man, this is not good for Carolina. And at 1-10, it's like you're only helping the rich get richer with with the Bears. It's just not getting any better for you guys. To be honest with you, my opinion, my head coach opinion, probably, I'm leaning more towards. Well, Matt Rule, on the other hand, was just no. Matt Rule was trash. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm leaning more towards somebody like Eric Bieniemy. I know that's a bit of a stretch, especially looking at Washington right now, but Eric Bieniemy, nice. The dude, not Dan Campbell, the coordinator, the defensive coordinator for I can't think of his name right now. Couldn't think of the defensive coordinator for the Lions. Can't think of it, but he's a good fit. Next up, Dan Quinn. I think it's time for him to take the home back at head coach. Dan Quinn is the perfect person for Carolina. I think he can control the defense. He understands it. Build what you have right there already. Then we'll work our way progressively back, to the offensive side of the ball. Just get stronger on the defense. Next up, Steve Magnolia. I like him for Kansas City as well. I just like defensive coordinators as head coaches. I just think that they just they're more aggressive. They know that they just play ball. Frank Wright, offensive guy. Just obviously you see it didn't work. Matt Rule, offensive guy. Obviously you see it didn't work. So this is my thoughts on those two guys right there. You guys let me know in the comments what you think. More of this coming, but Carolina, this is kind of what happens when you don't draft right. So, sorry. Hey, like, comment, and subscribe.